Right, slow down a bit, will you?
Coming up, good news for bad drivers. You can't possibly be this awful.
Slow down,
You've got to go down.
This year's dingbat drivers are so groan-provokingly bad that our promise to help them all improve seems, in retrospect, a bit rash. But we've started, so we're going to finish. One thing's for sure, though, if we can't help them, then nobody can.
In the last show, our least dangerous driver left with this retro-style Mini, a car that demands constant concentration, which leaves our sorry Seven slugging it out not to be crowned Britain's worst driver. But to do that, they'll have to impress our panel of experts, and they take no prisoners.
All of a sudden, they feel that they need to react, but they don't have the skills within which to react.
The clutch, she's burning the clutch. She's really scared though, isn't she?
I get the impression she really shouldn't even be driving one of those trolleys round.
Parallel parking. We all have to do it every day. And occasionally we have to parallel park in a biblical downpour. And very, very occasionally we have to parallel park in the rain along a narrow street up a 1 in 5 hill. They're not going to like it, but it is, as always, for their own good. Now, you know we'd never make little darlings do anything that I hadn't done before, so here we go. It's against the clock, and it tests clutch control, throttle control, handbrake, and most important of all, not to panic.
Because a sudden downpour can be a little off-putting, particularly when it's coming down the nozzle of a high-pressure hose.
Find the rear wiper. Okay, and we just turn it around, handbrake on. Simple. Maybe.
First comes Janice, who is prone, ever so slightly, to panic. I'll be watching the carnage unfold from inside one of the parked cars. If there's a contact, these sirens will tell us. Now, in the last show, we realised just how dismal our drivers are, but nothing could have prepared us for this.
Karen, I'm too close to this cooler.
The simplest job of reversing up a hill, just completely beyond them.
Clutch control? What clutch control?
Jesus, Jan.
The clutch is billowing smoke, absolutely billowing. If that's a new clutch in that car, I would be surprised if it lasts the next 5 minutes.
Oh, Karen, I can't see a thing. Karen, what do I do?
There's no point asking Karen, she doesn't even have a licence.
Where's your wipers? You've got a back wiper, put your back.
I don't know where they are.
This woman is using the same roads as what we use.
7,000 revs later, and the clutch finally
The clutch is right, eh?
surrenders.
I don't know, it jumped into clutch.
I have a feeling that at the end of this, I'm going to get very, very annoyed indeed.
Has the clutch gone?
Quentin said to me that you're a non-driver. Why don't you drive? And I turned to Janice and I said, that is the reason I don't drive. Because of her driving. It's enough to put anybody off.
So Janice has fried our clutch on both sides, and reluctantly we've had to admit that reversing up this hill is going to be beyond, what, at least 4 of them. We simply don't have enough cars and we don't have enough clutches because they would simply get through clutches like Smarties if we have to keep reversing them up here.
So we changed the challenge to simply driving down the hill, past the space, and then parallel park. First up is unrepentant boy racer Daz. He's been nominated by his distraught mum, Kathy, who sometimes doesn't know whether to laugh or scream. Daz is sporting a neck brace after slamming into the windscreen while wheel spinning in a car park. There's little sign the experience has calmed him down.
See, this is Darren all over. Gas, 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 gas. Jerk, jerk, jerk.
More out to me. I'm in!
He jerkily completes the revised challenge in 52 seconds. Next up is Carol, whose record of controlling a car, especially when water's involved, isn't good.
More gas.
So get the gas.
5,000 RPM.
Left, hard left. Hard left. Hard left. Brake.
It really is unpleasant to watch.
Right.
Still feeding in 1,000,000 RPM. Clutch is now smoking. Oh, Carol.
And you want to be hard right.
Hard right.
Hard right.
I've got this car.
Hard right.
Right, he's driving this car.
Yeah. Lift your clutch. Stop.
We think the clutch might have gone again.
Which is a bit of a worry because they're taking clutches out faster than we can put them in.
Right.
Won't go into reverse.
Clutch number 2. We're running out of cars and clutches. This is the 3rd car and clutch, and as you can see, we are reduced to this pensionable British Leyland relic, a Maestro. But one thing we do know, the clutch is fine, the handbrake is fine, and if they break this, I just don't know what we're going to do.
Carl's turn next, along with his terrified wife Rosie. When confronted with stressful situations, he tends to get rather steamed up.
No boot! Oh yeah, right, aye. They did it again!
But despite our worst fears, Carl is slow and steady.
No. See, but he's calm. He's looking at his mirrors. He's doing, and she's actually quite encouraging as opposed to controlling.
Most important of all, he keeps a lid on that temper. Next, nervous Nicky takes a terrible 10 minutes to parallel park.
Watch your hands, stop.
And bumbling Brian hits, well, just about everything.
Okay.
Oh dear. It is now abundantly clear that this lot are congenitally incapable of controlling anything larger than an electric razor. But you'd think over the years they would have amassed some theoretical knowledge. So to find out, we asked our advanced driving instructor to ask them some simple theory questions, just to see if they've got the basics, the ground rules of driving. I mean, it's not a lot to ask.
Okay, Carol, question number 1 then. What are the colours on the motorway countdown signs?
The answer, of course, is blue and white.
Green.
Yellow and white.
Orange.
Green.
What is the correct sequence of traffic lights starting from red?
It's red, red and amber, then green.
Red, amber. Amber, green.
Red. Green.
Red, amber, green.
It's red, red and amber, then green.
Amber.
Red and amber. Green, and then red again.
What does this sign mean?
Minimum speed of 30 miles an hour.
A speed restriction.
No more than 30, I don't know.
I'm not allowed to go over 30.
Rita, what does this road sign mean?
National speed limit applies.
It's low down.
Slow down, okay.
Speed de-restriction sign.
No entry.
Carl, you got 1 right. You got 1 right. You did not get any right at all. You didn't get any right.
No, I didn't think so.
You got none right. Carol, you got none right.
I'll need to get my highway code book out. Big time.
And if anyone watching at home scored this badly, we'd like you to get in touch for next year's series. Coming up after the break, my nerves get shot to bits on the M1. And the slow, agonising murder of a Volvo estate.
Now, at the end of this show, I've got to send someone packing and give them a free car for showing us some degree of driving improvement. Hard to imagine, I know. But before that, it's time to let them loose on the public roads again. This time, I've got to take them out on a motorway. And I'm looking forward to it like a long weekend with food poisoning.
Carol, Nicky and Brian have never actually been on a motorway. So to help face their fear, I'm taking them out on the M1.
I'm really looking forward to this, Brian, and I know we can do it. Right.
I don't know why I'm laughing. Past challenges have shown that observation isn't one of Brian's strengths.
What was that?
Are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes, clear.
Go.
pulling out, so
That's
I'll
fine.
gently follow
That's
him.
it. Yeah, gently
Leave
follow him.
plenty of room in case of...
Cancel the indicator, Brian. What are you looking for, Brian?
Sorry,
You're signalling. Come on, no.
Signal.
That's it. And we're going too slow now. Come on, speed it up, speed it up. I want you to go faster, Carol. Faster. Now you're over on the hard shoulder. You've got to try and do more than one thing at once. Now the silver car.
Yeah.
Can't move out. Speed.
Oh, sorry. Nice.
In. Why did you do that so suddenly?
I've snatched, and that's absolutely criminal.
Well, it could kill us. We could
Yeah.
roll over. Okay, we're approaching a junction, so what do we need to do?
Slow down.
And how are we going to do that?
By applying the brake
and
changing down in gear.
What's the traffic light saying? Slow down. That's what it's saying, because it's red.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, Brian. Come on, move.
Oh, sake.
So you're in the wrong gear. Now we're across the roundabout. Start your engine. Don't roll back. No. Brian pushes my patience to the furthest limit. A motorway exit isn't the ideal place to practice clutch control. No, handbrake up!
Right.
Get your car in gear. Right, handbrake. Let's get up to these lights. These are basics, Brian.
Yeah.
Anybody behind you?
Yeah.
And so to Nikki, who has a morbid fear of driving.
All right. Every time I get behind the wheel of a car, I feel sick. I just don't want to hurt anyone or kill anyone. That's my major fear, really.
Her ability isn't in question. It's just basically that she's frightened in her own head of having an accident.
Nikki knows she's got to overcome her demons, but at the critical moment, her courage deserts her. I don't want you to give up. Come on. We've got a traffic jam behind. I need a decision, Nikki.
Yes.
Okay, first gear. Good. We're not going to give up. Second gear. I'm with you. Nothing can hurt you.
I think I'm too emotional at the moment.
Do you think so?
Absolutely.
What is it you're frightened of?
Hurting anyone.
But if you practice and you become a really good, competent driver, you're not going to hurt anybody at all. So the fear will disappear. Nikki's clearly got a large mountain to climb, but we're not giving up on her. Parking, something our lot definitely don't excel at. But they're not the only ones. This bloke seems to have left his brains behind the barrier.
What is it with multi-storey car parks? Why are they so badly designed, and why is it so difficult to tell which is up and which is down? Well, we've found the mother of all multi-stories here in the glamorous spa town of Milton Keynes, and it's a swine. And I can tell you this for nothing. Our diabolical drivers aren't going to like it one little bit. Because they're going to have to do it in this jumbo-sized Volvo estate. So as well as the usual sharp corners and hostile concrete barriers, we're going to give them a few little surprises. We've littered the course with shopping trolleys, abandoned cars, and it's up to them to drive safely but briskly up 3 stories and down 3 stories. As an added distraction, our very own Vicky Butler-Henderson will be raging from the rear.
Come on, sweetheart. I've got all day.
They'll have a little surprise here. And here, we're going to have this maestro coming out rather suddenly. And then down. Down again. And then back down to the start level and park the car in its original space. They're done. 3 minutes and 52 seconds, and that was quite stressful.
First up is Brazilian Rita. In earlier challenges, she's behaved like she's never driven before. But at least she's consistent. Her trip round the ramps descends into complete carnage.
Are you going now?
That way.
She's not ready for the roads out there.
Straighten the wheel, straighten the wheel. Now go up.
That's it, turn. A lot of gasoline.
Interesting thing about Rita is she's got an international driving licence based on a Brazilian test, and, you know, I think that's wrong. And I think Rita is empirical proof.
I think you rely upon your husband to tell you what to do. You may as well close your eyes and let him tell you what's in front of you.
Next up is Nikki, who, from having no confidence at all, now seems to have far too much.
Accelerate.
She seems to be using our Volvo as a battering ram, cleaving through anything that gets in her way.
That's good. You got round. Go on. That's good. Good clutch.
Dad Alan may think he's being encouraging, but he's doing nothing to help Nikki drive cautiously.
Oh, we might do it actually. Go on, Nick. May even do it. Well done. Oh, hard luck. Accelerate. That's good. Now up the ramp. Go on, shoot. Accelerate. That's good. Now. Go on up that ramp. That's good, girl. Right. Accelerating too hard, sure. It's going to burn the clutch out if you're not careful. Let your clutch out, look. Go on. Right, let your clutch out. There, you're going to have to go back.
I cannot believe Nikki's complete absence of clutch control. As you can hear, the poor engine, it's like an animal in pain. And, you know, she's got a licence. She's been judged fit for the roads. And as you can see, she can't place the car, she can't judge distance. Really, really, really bad, dangerous issues.
That's it. That's it. Use your brake. Use your brake. Just turn it a bit more to me. And stop. Oh, boom. Nearly perfect parking. Into neutral. Turn the ignition and die.
Now, your dad is still doing all the driving, isn't he?
Yes. He's your dad, but you're a grown woman to take control. Yeah? It's as simple as that.
So you need to be less reliant on your dad and more self-reliant. You need to take responsibility for your driving.
And then there's Mr. Incandescent, Carl, from Edinburgh.
Go, Sebastian.
Vicky's right on his tail from the off.
So serious. That's really scary.
Sorry, I'm stuck.
No, just take your time.
I'm stuck.
Now, Carl's problem has always been anger management.
Can do, please.
And he's really, really stressed because he's been waiting. And, you know, his wife is terrified he's going to erupt like Vesuvius. But he is touch wood at the moment, holding it.
Yeah.
Carl's kept cool thus far, but will he be able to contain his rage on the upper levels? First, the shopping trolley. Then the maestro. And then the race to the finish. But Carl handles everything we throw at him. Their relief is plain to see.
How are you? It's okay, it's over. So as far as you're concerned, you did this run well, you did it in good time, you did very, very minimal damage to the car, but most important of all, Carl, you controlled yourself and you faced your anger demon and you did it well.
Carl may be calm, but his wife Rosie is in bits.
How did you manage to control it, Carl? Because you did.
I just pictured my kids.
Do you have a picture of your kids in your car?
I don't.
I think you need to. I think you maybe need them all over the dashboard.
Then there's Brian, who after touching 70 on the motorway earlier has decided he will simply not be rushed.
It's slightly endearing because it's an older person doing it, isn't it, for some reason? And we're not stuck behind him, so.
Bless him, he's being so careful. And he doesn't even know how to open the door. He just cannot control the car. And the time is going to be monumental.
Brian finally limped to the finish after nearly half an hour, by far the slowest of our 7. Whereas boy racer Darren tears around the car park in 6 minutes 10. And Janice, who completes the challenge with her usual sound effects.
Shall I carry on?
And so we reach the moment when we decide who's improved enough to deserve to go home.
For the first time, I'm getting shirty with these people because they really are just dithering about.
I think there's at least one that I have in mind who I've really warmed to. They have made such an effort to improve, not necessarily in their driving, but in their attitude, which is always much harder.
I'm disgusted with what I'm seeing. I really
But we all are.
disgusted.
But do you agree with Linda? There is someone out there who has shown an awful lot of effort, an awful lot of suppression, and I think if they can manage that, they will drive reasonably well.
Yeah, providing they can keep that under wraps.
Well, we got through so many clutches, we actually physically ran out of cars. It was a clutch fest. Oh, and one other thing. We gave you a perfectly decent, strong Volvo estate, and you reduced it to a smoking ruin, something I thought only a hydrogen bomb could do. It was absolutely knackered. But there is one tiny glimmer of light on the horizon, a little pinprick, but it is there. A sliver of hope. It's not improvement, but it is hope. So who is it that's managed to conquer their demons? Carl.
In a few short weeks, Carl has gone from this to convincingly controlling his rage.
He kept his cool, kept calm, and I'm so proud of him, it's unbelievable.
So, Carl, which one would you like?
I like the Jag.
I know you like the Jag.
I do.
Do you think it would be an act of responsibility for me to actually give you that Jaguar? Be honest.
I don't know.
Neither do I.
No.
You need a car that doesn't look like a lethal weapon, that doesn't look aggressive and confrontational. What does that leave us?
The Mini.
The Mini. Which I think would suit you down to the ground, because it's not that fast and you can't drive around thinking you're Attila the Hun, because it won't work.
As well as giving him the Mini and a course of driving lessons courtesy of Let's Drive, we also got Carl to agree to attend an anger management course.
I've achieved a lot. I have, within myself. I know I have. And it's thanks to the show that I've done that.
Next on Britain's Worst Driver, domestic terrorism between Kathy and Brian.
Go right round this bloody roundabout.
Nikki has yet another breakdown.
Well done.
And I go cruising in a pink Vauxhall Nova.
It's gonna get you. This car is gonna get you.